Maybe this is beyond. I wonder, if I take the bird. Give me the bird. I have an idea.
Your every step. The trespasser's blood.
The bird is the sacrifice here. Everybody else is just gonna stay down here. Yeah, rip. So I'm curious if these blights, if they stick around. Summon duration. Okay, so we're gonna wait for these things to disappear. Because they've wasted buffs, you see.
Of course.
So can we maybe just pull one or two of them?
Saying?
Probably not.
For everyone!
Boink.
Your orders.
You're damn right we're gonna cheese. Named one of your stray cats Meep? Hell yeah. Meep is a cute name. I like it.
That's it.
Just look at all these dudes. This is dense, and these are dangerous enemies too. So we have to approach this carefully. Okay, where's Adair? Adair, can you charge? Here? God, Aloth, you are just so fucking squishy. Immediately dead. Stop killing my shit wizard. He sucks. Alright, that's one druid down.
Hey, we had some good times.
Okay, that's another druid down. That was just random bog druid, though. That wasn't anything special. Aloth. No, Adair! Aloth, damn it. Okay, Adair's back on his feet. Gold Leaf with the healing. Druid of Summer, Druid of Winter, Druid of Autumn. I thought... Oh, no, we killed one of the bog druids. Never mind. I don't know who I should be focusing on of the druids. I think it's the spellcasting ones we want to see about getting down really quickly. I would res Aloth, but it's a wasted effort because he just goes down again anyways. Oh my god.
Anyhow, you only miss blood when it's gone.
We're losing folks.
Well, we killed one of them. Is that Gouda? I don't know if it's Gouda. It's not saving us. It's not Gouda enough. We could try pre-summoning tentacles. We'll give it one more attempt here, because I don't want to be sitting here smashing my face into this for too long.
Hey.
Your every step. The trespass.
I'm a bird. I'm a bird doing bird things. Squawk, squawk, tweet, tweet. Call, motherfuckers. Immediate death. Okay, anyways. Wait for this thing to disappear. Okay, bring up the gun. So how long do the tentacles last for? 22 seconds, okay.
You were saying?
So the plan is we shoot a guy. Okay, we immediately run away. We begin summoning the consenticles.
Speak freely.
I'm here.
Okay.
No trouble at all.
Alright, here comes bullshit.
Can't get a clean hand.
Gonna summon our dragons, which I forgot about last time. Here we go. There we go. Alright, Aloth. Get us some more melee adjacent tentacles here, please. Gold leaf over here. Do this. Get healing going.
How may I help?
Might as well be hitting the water.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Alright, another druid down. Everybody get on the druid of winter now. A loth, no dying. Gold leaf, do your heal. Oh, guys, alright, there's the druid of winter. I was gonna say, yeah, I don't think we pulled all of them, and we totally didn't. I was gonna, like, this was much easier. Alright. Delicious Gouda doing some work. Nope. Alright. So what do we have left? 2 druid, well, a druid and a barbarian. Everybody get on that druid. The barbarian, obnoxious, the druid is dangerous. Pierce damage because of foe only blast when striking. Sure. Neat.
That's it.
And to his credit, Oloth is actually doing quite a bit of damage with that spear. Huh. Much nicer than the wild hunts in Pathfinder. Oh my god, yeah. Doing Kingmaker when you get to the house at the end of time, the wild hunt stuff is just absolutely fucking miserable. The entire end of that game is just sadness.
No trouble at all.
There we go. All right. Druids defeated.
I'll take care of this.
Well, let's go loot the bodies. You guys got anything fun on you? That was a good fight. That was a good fight. Saint Omaku's Mercy. Unfit for melee. Superb. Heavy draw. Extra damage. And Gallowayne's Favor. Restore 10 health to nearby allies on scoring a kill, which isn't great considering it's a bow. Alright. It's exactly where you want to quit. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that... I'm going to tell you that it only gets worse from the house at the end of time. You are in the final stretch. It only gets worse. I played through the entire game on core difficulty. I don't know what you're running on. But by the end, I had turned the difficulty down because it got so bad. And it went from just absolute buggery to a cakewalk. I think I dropped it from like core down to normal or something. And yeah. The house at the end of time is absolutely miserable. I don't know how they haven't tweaked it further to make it less just absolutely painful. Just say you beat the game and watch the end on the YouTubes. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say that's a bad idea. Done to normal from core, you were face rolling everything up until the house. Yes. And I think they intend you to do the house at the end of time being stealthy and avoiding fights. I think that's the intention, but at no place do they ever explain that to you. And there are some fights in there that are absolutely brutal that you just do have to do. And yeah. The house at the end of time, that is one of the only times in all of the years I have been streaming where I rage quit a stream. I was so frustrated with it. I was so frustrated with that game.
No doubt the druids plot their next attack even as we speak.
Now we killed them all.
Excellent. You are as dependable as I've been told to expect. Now we can begin logging in earnest. Regarding your reward, we seized a cache of weapons from a gang of pirates we caught sniffing about Sayuka. Of course, we only use regulation weaponry here, so I'd appreciate it if you'd take these off my hands before one of my engineers does something foolish with them.
All right, we got Zepha's Empirical Explication. Looks like a hand cannon. Weak criticals, inaccurate, multi-shot, veil-piercing, exceptional, transmogrified matter repulsion. Jesus! Alright. Here's what multi-shot does. Some bombs and some
You
grenades.
found me with a rare spare moment.
Alright. So, what does... Let's have a look at this thing. Can I see what... No, I have no idea what multi-shot and veil-piercing do. Okay. Liking Pillars of Eternity so far, give it a run. Oh, I think it's worth it. If you like the old Infinity Engine games, 100%. I would highly suggest, if you've not played the first game, play the first game before you play the second. First, so you know who the characters are. You can play the second without knowing, and the game explains enough of it. But from a mechanical standpoint, once you've played the second game, you're not going to want to go back and play the first game, because the second one is just kind of better in all ways. But no, they're solid if you like the old Infinity Engine games, Baldur's Gate and them. Help the colonizing company clear-cut logging by murdering druids. Swell should fall so fast.
Most birds
He left a swell-shaped hole in the ground.
How is his sheath so tidy?
I don't know about that.
He isn't. In fact, he likes to hide his droppings between grimoire pages.
Just when I thought I needed to relax my personal boundaries. No trouble at all.
No, Swell is a gold pack tonight. He's a paladin, but the gold pack are mercenaries, and he was hired to do a job. He's just working, man. How are we looking towards levels? We're getting there. I was hoping people would level from that, if I'm being honest, but that's okay. Okay, so I think we have to go back to Nekataka, if I recall correctly. They said somebody there in the, Brass Citadel or whatever wanted to talk to us. Valiant Trading Companies... Yeah. Oh, it's 2 levels higher than us. Oh, no. But, I mean, theoretically, it should just be talking, right? Right... Imperial Command at the Brass Citadel, which, if I recall correctly, the Brass Citadel is in Nekataka. So yeah, we'll head back. Swell is a swell sword paladin. Exactly! Goes by contracts. Killing druids is neutral. They're like vegetables. Oh, Jesus. That's terrible. That's terrible. Funny as hell, but terrible. Okay, I just realized our injured crewmate is no longer injured, which means we have our cook back again. The sequel, Swole, the Son of Swell. Oh no. Up longer than usual, should you go to bed? Sure, of course, Kibbits. Have fun avoiding responsibility. I will endeavor to do so. Thank you for swinging by. It was good to have you around. We miss you.
Gladly.
Rest well. She looks up briefly from a desk cluttered with stuff. Her brow is creased, her left and right wooden hand are stained with ink. She's the picture of distraction.
You'll be pleased to know our work at Sayuka is proceeding as planned.
Okay, good. You're not who I'm supposed to talk to, though. Who am I supposed to talk to? Atsura in the Brass Citadel. I think I came to the wrong place. Except I thought it said she was an Imperial Command. No, he totally is an Imperial Command. Alright, so we just have to find him. I see Quartermaster, and I think maybe I can buy some gear. Y'all got gear? Hey there, buddy. A young woman with a bright, wide smile and eyes to match raises her hand and gives you a quick but enthusiastic wave. Then, with an exaggerated look of embarrassment, she stops herself and crosses her forearms over her chest.
I always forget that part. Say, you're the Watcher of Cadnua, aren't you? I've never met anyone famous before. Except the Hasanui. She yells at me sometimes.
Here we go. You're the Quartermaster. Can you sell me something? Her face scrunches up in disappointment.
I really wish I could, but my supplies are for the Royal Deadfire Company and our allies. Hasanui's orders. Maybe if you impress her or Atsura, they could make an exception.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. So I assume that this is like faction stuff. As you raise ranks with factions, you'll eventually get access to Quartermasters, which makes sense. Alright, Gunhawk. Alright, so Gunhawks are apparently just a title. Where is man we're looking for? We have a Weapon Master. Hello. Ow. Man. And grind druid ears and turn them in for rep. Don't tempt my power, I'll do it. I'll do it. I ground Booty Bay reputation back in classic WoW when like the only way to level it was to fucking kill pirates or whatever it was. And I hit exalted with that shit because I had no life and was in high school. But we don't talk about that.
Rhyming Hasanui
I can do
with Kabloom?
I can do reputation grinds in the Vigi games.
With Hasanui.
Alright, here's Atsura. He folds his arms and cocks his head, watching like an especially thoughtful bird of prey. He waits several seconds before speaking.
I must thank you most humbly for your help. You've rendered Okaya and all of us a great service.
This dude's manner of speaking is incredibly unnerving to me. Hold on, I'm older than Ghost. I am 37. I no-lifed EverQuest in high school. Hell yeah. I was doing EverQuest before World of Warcraft, and then I went from EverQuest into World of Warcraft. And I did Ultima Online before EverQuest, and before Ultima Online I played Meridian 59, which I wouldn't recommend to anybody, but I have very, very fond memories of that game. Okaya reported you have a job for me.
Oh, indeed.
Best friend went to WoW, too deep into EverQuest. I can respect that. I fell off of EverQuest with... Oh, what was it? The Luklin expansion? The one where you went to the moon. I think it was Luklin. Shadows of Luklin or whatever. EverQuest is where you got your name. Nice. Pokey is older than me. That explains it, though. That explains the game knowledge. Because you were old enough to, like, appreciate the games and internalize that shit, where I was just young and stupid and mashing buttons trying to get through stuff.
A great injustice plagues the archipelago, and we have an opportunity to end it. A thriving slave trade disrupts the Deadfire. I've determined that it's being run from the island known as Crookspur.
And what's the Deadfire Company's interest in slavers?
Getting rid of them.
Okay, we align on this. I like killing slavers. Grinding for the stupid piece of the fucking Vex Thal key for two. Some of my fondest memories of EverQuest are the ridiculous grinds. Like if you were going for like your epics and stuff. I remember that very fondly, and I remember it's always Guck. I remember Guck like sitting at the entrance of that zone and the people like running because they aggroed a million minotaurs or whatever, and just, you know, trained a zone, and there's a bunch of people sitting at the entrance camping, and they all just get murdered as soon as the other person zones out. Oh.
Slavers sow chaos wherever they ply their unsavory business. They uproot communities, disrupt trade, and attract the vilest criminals.
Trained his own, man.
Unfortunately, they've been allowed to operate here for years.
That's a problem. What do you mean by allowed? He glances at you through hooded eyes, a sneaky grin playing at his lips. He quickly suppresses it.
Why, if the Juana had marshaled their forces, the slaver problem never would have reached this extent.
He spreads his hands in an innocuous gesture as though this should be obvious.
That it has is a failure we must lay at the feet of the Kahanga royals.
How do you figure that?
Allow me to illustrate.
He brings his hands together and clears his throat.
2,000 years ago, our people began the conquest of Rawatai. The land was new to us. Many of its inhabitants were better equipped.
He tenses his fingers and raises his eyebrows.
But we overcame them. We were unified where they were scattered. And we were not content to huddle in cliff caves and subsist. We were determined to make a better life for ourselves.
I was gonna say, yeah, this is like colonizer bullshit going on here. Sounds like you stole land and livelihoods from a lot of people.
Were we less deserving of these things simply because we arrived later?
A hint of anger flares in his voice and flashes in his eyes.
Besides, the country we built was stronger, with roads, irrigation, and weather guards. For us, as well as the people, we organized.
He blinks, quickly collecting himself and forges ahead.
I am merely pointing out that it is difficult for fragmented, transient tribes to maintain control over their territory.
He steals another quick glance at us.
Is it not noble and just to end this scourge, especially if the Juana cannot? We must end the slaver threat.
I mean, I am all for ending slaver threats, so this is gonna be a case of us working probably with an asshole that I would rather, you know, not. But we're getting rid of bad people. Be straight with me. What does this have to do with Rawatai? He cocks his head and considers his answer. Finally, he nods.
Rawatai has interests in a stable Deadfire, and in earning the favor of our Juana brethren. The slavers threaten both goals.
He pauses and watches you, placid and unblinking. When he seems satisfied he's answered your question, he continues.
Go to the slaver outpost on Crookspur and kill Master Kua, the ringleader. His associates should scatter.
He marks a spot on your map and looks back up at you.
As much as I would like to send our forces to fight the good fight alongside you, I'm afraid that would only cause trouble in other quarters.
He sighs dramatically.
Especially since some of the slavers operate legally and with the blessing of certain Valian officials.
He tilts his head towards you and gives you an annoying look. Okay, so like the two major factions in this, it's the Deadfire shipping company and then there's the Valian Principality or whatever. Between the two of them, I can already tell you guys that I cannot stand the Valians. Like, they just seem like utter, unrepentant shitheads. Whereas these guys at least seem like they're trying something.
However, I have it on good authority that the slavers have made enemies of the Wahaki. They may be willing to help you, if they don't take your head off first.
He shrugs, suggesting this is only a tiny inconvenience.
The Wahaki congregate on an island called Ori Okoiki. It means cursed land of corpses.
One faction is better at hiding it. Kind of like the The Valians are like mega capitalists, basically. Whereas it seems like these guys are colonists. Like colonizers, I should say. So neither of the factions is good. I wouldn't even say neither of the factions is like leaning good, but these guys seem less evil.
They are suspicious of outsiders, so approach them with caution, if at all.
At least so far,
What's
like faction wars and
important is that
RPGs,
you
yes.
rid us of the slavers on Crookspur.
Scorch both off the map and let the Sneck people reign. Yeah, like you've mentioned, Celt, that the interactions we've had with like the Beastman factions have all been much more reasonable than everything we have with these people, and I agree with that. Absolutely. This seems like a job for mercenaries. Well, that's what we are. The slavers will never know what hit them.
I'm counting on that.
Alright. Yeah, I don't trust this guy.
Neither. That's why I leave epics to the lore college.
But, okay. We've got something to do. That's a win. Okay. I don't think there's really anything we want to do here. So we'll just leave.
Will your mighty fortress protect you from the Audra Colossus?
Much better than wooden huts, my friend.
You cannot stand against such a force. You can only flee it.
I mean, who's going to do much against the god, realistically, I suppose? Okay, get rid of all of our junk. Another 8,000. The money is slowly starting to come in a little bit more readily, which I'm thankful for, because, I mean, we got some high-end stuff here yet to buy. Fancy boats. I could buy better sails. Just spend all of our money on a fancy set of sails. Which is only gonna gain us, what, 16,000 gold for 3 extra health to our sails. Jesus. Very minor upgrades. Or I could buy a bunch of cannons. Warship reinforcements. Really? Yeah, cannons are tempting. I'm also tempted to get this whole health upgrade. How much? We have 75, so that would give us 90 health. I don't think our current one, yeah, our current one doesn't do anything for us. It would slow us down in combat, but I don't know how much I honestly care about that. And then, yeah, we have cannons. Double bronzers. Wow, those things do some damage. Very close range, though. But it's like almost twice the damage. Jesus. Yeah, these would be great if we could get in close. Just absolutely shred ships. I am going to buy the warship reinforcement, I think. I just need the one. Real DACA, and then we can liberate the... That's the thing, is... I would imagine that once we've got, like, a decent ship, we can start, you know, doing some plundering. And I don't know how much we'll be getting for doing that, like with regards to resources and stuff. I don't know if it's worth it. Somebody mentioned, I want to say on the YouTube comment side of things, that one of the best ways to defeat enemy ships is to just close with them and board them. which I can totally see based on how the combat in this works. I'm gonna buy a couple of these. I'm gonna buy 4 of yeah, I'm gonna buy 4 of them. Fuck it. Okay. Cannons acquired. So what we're gonna do is get rid of these guys. These are longer range, so we'll have 1 of the longer range cannons on each side, and then 2 of the close range cannons. The problem with the close range cannons is they take forever to reload. These reload in 4 turns, these reload in 8, which is 8 turns is 3 rounds of ship combat, because each round of ship combat is 3 turns. Go ahead and equip our reinforcements. All right. I think we're good. I think so, yeah, okay. I'll take it. Let's leave the city. Hell yeah. DACA acquired. Blow my load and then ramming speed. That is also, yes, very much a thing we could do. The only downside is that with I got that warship reinforcement, that does slow us down in combat. But it's, I think, only 2 meters. Yeah. So from 60 to 58. I don't know what, like, average is. I would assume 50, but who knows? Okay, so where are we going? Crook's Spirit lies on the eastern side of an island northwest of Nekataka. Ah, okay. Way northwest. We be sailing. Do we do a little bit of pirating, you guys? Do we do some pirating? I'm thinking we maybe do some pirating here. We can attempt to intimidate them. Well, that's interesting. It just lets us pick. We can just immediately board. We can intimidate them. We can do naval combat. On a success, we gain 350 coins, we gain some food and water, and on failure, we board. Plunder their booty. All right, are we gonna board or are we gonna do naval combat? Do we want to test out the new guns? I'm kind of tempted to test out the new guns. But at the same time... Yeah, we're gonna test out the new guns, fuck it. Okay, we're 200 meters away. The scale of Tangaloa misjudged the wind's direction. As the crew executes their maneuver, the ship's sails abruptly flutter loose and it comes to a stop. Okay, so we are currently facing them. Nasal combat, you fling boogers. Oh my god. Okay, so our guns are pretty close range. We're within range, though, I think. So let's go... Let's go full speed ahead. Okay. They're attempting maneuvers. Moving cannoneers from cannoneer to cannoneer. All right. We're going to turn port. They're closing with us. All right. I mean, hey, if you want to. My ship is faster and better prepared. All right, so we're going to fire the starboard cannons. Those hit chances are rough, though. Damn. Oh, we're too close. Clever, but that's not going to save you. I'm just gonna pepper you with grape shot, I think. My goal is to kill their crew. I don't expect any hits here. Yeah. If I had to guess, they're probably trying to close with me so they can board. Let's sail ahead. Oh yeah, they are closing with me. Oh dang, alright. Let's see, if I turn to port, we're gonna be showing them our ass. We'll turn starboard. You guys wanna play some chicken here? Alright, they're firing at us. A little bit of damage to our hull, nothing too worrisome. Oh my god, alright, yeah, they are on top of us then. Yep, they just rammed us. Oh, you poor fools. And yeah, we're boarding. Alright. They chose the hard way then, because we're higher level than they are. I think it said that they were like 7th level and we're 10th. The boat combat really annoyed me. It doesn't seem too bad so far. Naval combat, you go belly to belly. I mean, there's nothing wrong with going belly to belly. Sometimes that's fun. Hey, Michiru, good to see you. I see what you mean, though, Noel. I see your naval combat. I see that. I see that. It's terrible. It's bad. I have brain cancer now. I'm doing all right, Michiru. Thank you for asking. I hope you're doing well as well. Always good to have you about. So in theory, we should be okay here. Like I said, we should be higher level than these guys, so this should be a cakewalk. So your naval combat, I thought I was paying customers. Oh my god. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Good you just got back from grocery shopping. Hell yeah. I hope you acquired all of the tasty foods. Alright, there we go. That was easy. Let's see. We gained a rank. We gained some levels amongst our crew. And we got a bunch of loot, including Lance of the Midwood Stag, which is a two-handed pike. Cast wood skin when the wielder first becomes bloodied. I assume this is bark skin. Yeah. 30% damage and increased reach. Interesting. Okay. How much coin did we make? I'm not seeing coins in here. And we're gonna share the coins with the crew. Ah, okay, so the coin is all the tiny stuff. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I don't mind sharing it out with them because our morale was kind of hurting there. Epic loot, we should do more raiding. Yeah, like no kidding, right? Because that was not a difficult encounter. And I could have just immediately boarded them and basically just let auto combat happen and we would have won. Okay, well now we know. Have we been to Hasango before? I assume so because the island is bare. What do we have here? A mill house. You got the dud. Oh, it's just a little shop. Neat. Let's go ahead and vendor anything that I have that I don't care about, which honestly isn't much. Is that a frog? Oh, it's a jade tiger figurine. Okay. Affects elder tiger. Summons an elder tiger. Oh, that's interesting. 1 use per rest. Where the hell did I pick this thing up? Statuette carved from a single piece of jade. Natural striations with the stone form the tiger's stripes. The eyes consist of small inset jewels, and the creator took great care to capture the great cat's imperious demeanor. Interesting. Looted Drist's tomb. Yeah, that's exactly where my head went as well. The swell buccaneers. Yeah. The personal triumph of Biakara, the captain of the scale of Tangela. So wait, we took their flag. I'm curious if... I wonder if we can only fight every ship once. Interesting. Okay. I made a little bit of money, and I do want... All right, where's that tiger figurine? We're gonna give this to somebody. We'll give this to Maya. Sure. And she can just be our summoner, because she summons the dragons in combat, too. Oh, okay, so we found some slavers. This is probably going to be a bit more of a fight. They're also 10th level. We could try to flee, or we can just immediately board. I think we're going to immediately board these. Well... They're in the same size ship as I am. And they're more geared for close range. But at the same time, also, naval combat. Okay. So we'll go full speed ahead. Turn to port. Oh yeah, see that's what I like to see right there. 70% chance to hit with the mega cannons that are hopefully going to just absolutely wreck them. Where do I go chain shot? No, let's go grape shot. I want to kill their crew. And it's gonna be 3 misses because it's funny. 1 damage, 1 damage. Okay, so even though it says 1 damage, that's 1 crew. So they only had 7 crew, so we fucked them up pretty good there. Sid Meier's Pirates, exactly! Exactly! I fucking love Sid Meier's Pirates. Oh, they're killing my crew. Shit. Only I may do that. Turn to starboard. We're gonna turn again here momentarily. My goal is to get them on the other side of my ship. Firing on us again. It's okay, our hull can take that pretty readily. Okay, so they're on the other side of our boat. We're gonna fire our port cannons now. Except for this one, apparently, for some reason. I don't know why. I got nothing. Oh, our gunner's injured. That'll do it. Okay. Or their crew is down. My goal is, I mean, ideally we want to take out all their gunners and then we can just circle and just slowly mill them down. Alright, let's move some people here. Gunner's injured, you get out. Do we have any other gunners? We don't, not really. Alright, Chittapek off a deckhand, onto gunning. You get back up here. Move them around. I could actually fire on them again now, if I really wanted to. Yeah. Yeah. Or grape shot. Another crew down. I'm curious how their crew up top is looking. Oh yeah. They've basically just got like the 2 people on their guns and that's it. Everybody else is just completely fucked. Glorious. Alright, so now we want to turn again. Get them back onto our other side, and by the time we've spun around, they're gonna be eating another volley here. Once more. Okay, fire. Ooh, we got more injured. Shit. Let's move people around. Do I have any more cannoneers? No. That's okay. They can bang on our hull all they want. Hopefully we get good accuracy here and take out the rest of their gunners. Oh yeah. Oh, we just fucked their sails up. Okay. How are we looking on reloads? Does not tell me on here, sadly. It's gonna rotate, close a little bit. Yeah, rotate. Cannon should be up. Alright, and hopefully we can just maim the rest of their crew here. More damage to the sails. It's just not letting me kill their crew, but we did fuck their sails up. Okay. I mean, I guess in that case... Because what I'm curious of here is I'm curious to see how... What's going to happen if I destroy their ship instead of just boarding them. So I guess now I'm just gonna swap over to cannonballs and we can just start absolutely blasting them. We're thick enough that I think we're going to be able to just sit here and take them apart. One day, ooh, we winged somebody on the below deck crew. Nice. How are they looking? Oh yeah, they're having a bad time. They are hitting us pretty reliably though, I have to say, which is kind of worrying, given how bad a shape. It's gonna be funny if we lose this. And by funny, I mean I'm gonna be incredibly irritated by it. Yeah, Oswald is being stabilized. Go ahead and fire. Ah, 2 misses, really? Begins. Alright, let's turn to starboard. And we're just gonna charge them. This could kill us. No, let's just go full speed ahead. And full speed ahead. And hydration. Thank you, Destructo. Oh god, and a stretch. Alright. Oh, everything cracks. Thank you, Destructo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I dare say we may actually lose this. I think we're fucked. Can we retreat? Yes. 1 hull left. Fucking 1 hull left. Yeah, we lost 10 morale because we fled from an inferior opponent because I got cocky. Naturally, I blame Kibitz for this. Naturally. The petulant rage is just excessive at this point, and I don't know where to go from here. Yep. Yep.
Hereby vow you will rue this day.
Yeah, that's accurate. Fucking Kibitz. If only Kibitz were here. His skeleton forever rattling at us. Okay, oh, what do we have here? Mercenaries, huh? Some ciphers and stuff. A monk, 2 monks, 2 ciphers, and silent Dwigris. Dweir gas. I don't know. I don't know. Video games. Alright, the first thing I want to do, I want to see how the tiger thing works. Is this a single use? I hope it's not. I'd be sad if it is. Is it? It's not! Hell yeah! So we have tigers and dragons, oh my. It's a misspelled dwarf. Probably.
These uns are in for a walloping.
I assume that that's like their name, it's a named enemy named Silent. Heads I win, tails you lose. Alright. Do we care enough to... No. Fucking fight ends while I'm trying to pick what I want Aloth to do. So what's he got? Precognition. Grants, heads I win, tails you lose. Heads I win, once per encounter, negative 75% crit damage. And then plus 25% crit damage. I will never remember to use that. Nifty item, but I will never remember to use that. There is no chance. Once per rest, yes. I just didn't know if it was like a consumable that you could only use once per rest. Like if you had 3 of them, you can only use 1 of them until you rested or something. Alright, let's loot the battleground. A battle axe, a war bow, scroll of fan the flames, and a saber. Alright, nothing of particular import. I do really quickly want to check my crew. Yeah, let's move injured people into the hold. Blackrock Shrine. And there's Crookspur. Oh, it's Bleak Rock, not Black Rock. I was gonna make a World of Warcraft joke, damn it. Do we stick our noses in? Yeah, we're gonna stick our noses in and see what's up. I got to. You notice a small pavilion containing a large weathered statue of stone a little ways off the path. It appears to be a Wana shrine. Alright, we'll approach and identify it. Gold leaf. The craftsmanship of the statue is remarkable, but time has worn down its features. You cannot discern who the shrine was dedicated to. Alright, we'll leave. I'm not gonna bother desecrating some random shrine. That seems utterly pointless to me. Old battlegrounds of Alteric Valley. That took 2 weeks to finish. Oh man. Part of me misses the old World of Warcraft battlegrounds, but then I remember shit like that, and it's just like, no. It's like in PlanetSide 2, there's a location in that called the Crown. And when the game first released, it was very much the same, where there would be fights going on there that would last days. And like, it's fun, and like the memory is like, oh yeah, good times. And then you just think about it and you're like, no, it was actually pretty miserable. Alright, so we have to find and kill Master Kua. Hello, merchant. Aptly named.
Care to have a look? Right
Yes.
away.
What you got? Helm of the Falcon. Converts hits to grazes from ranged weapons. And 10% reduction to recovery time with two-handed melee. Ooh. That might be very good for a dare. Yes, because he's just wearing a basic little horned helmet. And Grave Calling. Oh, that's a wicked-looking saber, you guys. 2% freeze damage for 60 seconds on hit. Stacks 10 times. One of 2 blades, once wielded by Daitir Fedrod, the famous dungeoneer and treasure hunter. Pried it from the skeletal hands of a long-dead king and found it suitable for fending off hordes of the undead. That's a wicked-looking sword. I mean, it it probably doesn't actually look like that in game, but no, that's badass. It's a shame that it's like 30,000 gold, and then we have the patinaed plate. Man, why does this game gotta have so many cool items in it? I want them all. No, equip the helmet. It's like fucking Thor's helmet or something. But no, the reduced recovery time is pretty good. I'm curious, can I actually see?
Said I'd never amount to anything.
Can I actually see? No. I'd be curious to see what his recovery time actually is with the sword. It's like, okay, so 0.7 base, recovery time 4. Does it? Oh, it does! Okay, so yeah, 4.8. Versus 5.3. Yeah, he's shaving half a second off of his attack time. That's pretty damn good, I think. Cool. Fucking love this game.
How may I help?
As you wish.
Nice saber. Yeah, that's where my mind went as well. The good old Frost brand.
What have we here?
What is that? An ogre cannoneer. Before you, a small cavern arrows into the rocky terrain beneath the fortress's crumbling stone base. The squat mouth of the cave sits within a wash of ocean water. Well, I guess we wade in. You slosh into the water until the bottom abruptly drops out from beneath you and a cold rush suffuses your skin. The water is greener in the back of the cavern, dark and deep. A wave crashes into the cavern behind you, and as it recedes, a hard undertow sucks you back towards the shoreline. Well, let's swim deeper. We push against the current, making slow but steady headway. Swimming deeper into the cavern, you come to a set of tunnels forked left and right. One tunnel leads to darkness and the other is marked by faint glimmering light. Both tunnels are completely submerged. What is it with this game and making us swim through dark underwater tunnels? This is the 3rd or 4th time that I've had to do this. And every time, it's harrowing. Let's swim down the brighter tunnel. Partial success. Your group swims on, deeper into the tunnel, no end in sight. Your lungs begin to strain, desperate for air, and your pulse pounds in the back of your throat. Dizziness assaults you. You emerge from the tunnel and break the surface of the water in a cavern deep beneath the fortress. I'm gonna get you adjusted for the Shoggoth. Oh, man. Imagine fighting a Shoggoth in D&D. Like, that would be horrifying. Like, if it's a lore-accurate Shoggoth, I suppose. Oh, we have curses on us and shit. We should sleep. Indeed. Hello, Jerry. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. Always glad to have you about.
I'll handle this.
The spiderweb's threads stubbornly stick to your fingers. Why would you just touch the web? You don't do that in a video game where there can be spiders the size of like a Buick.
How may I help?
Loot the body, please. We got a bone. Oh. Crystal Eater Spiderling. Snort the web. I'm not gonna snort the webs. Who even does that?
Charge.
Oh. Oh, that's skeevy. God, I hate spiders.
It's beyond.
Who doesn't? Normal people sell normal people.
Yes, I shall.
And there are a lot of spiders in here. Okay. Thankfully, I can summon a lot of ads. Wait, Aloth, what are you doing, Aloth? I don't even know. Whatever. Swell's over here tanking the boss. I'm gonna have Aloth help him out while the melees do things down here. Oh, we just got a level. Gold leaf dinged. Hell yeah. Spider bro? Not when they're that big. They stop being spider bros as soon as they hit the size of like a small child's fist. Yeah. Then it goes into like survival horror elements. Yeah, that fight really wasn't that bad, honestly. I still don't think that one was as big as the spider from the first game, though.